He's taking it, but he sure is giving it back as well.
It's amazing. I had the opportunity when Henderson and I were both on Team Raw to train together, and he's the strongest guy I've ever competed with.
I bet you really miss having your head squished all the time, don't you?
I really don't.
Round number 2. Let's see if Silva wants to capitalize on how he finished the first 5 minutes.
You got to have some confidence ending a fight that way. He did take a few stiff ones from Henderson at the bell, but really that last 10 seconds was all Silva, and you want to stay with that momentum. You want to keep that going in your favor.
Let me see if I can answer my earlier question. Does Silva respect the down game of Henderson so much that he's not too anxious to get it to the ground?
You have to understand that wrestling, whether it's freestyle or Greco-Roman, is all about controlling your opponent. So if he ends up on the ground on his back, Dan's going to be able to control him, because that's what he does. And you see a takedown right here. Oh, he's coming into it.
Nice front attempt, knees to the head.
Silva slipped out of it.
Back to the body lock where Henderson should have the advantage here. I think, you know, basically, Lon, nice knee tap by Henderson. Basically, Silva figures he's going to do the most damage on his feet. He's going to keep it there. That's where he's going to score most of his damage. That's where he's got the best chance of finishing this fight. But if there's the turn of events, Silva puts the fight puts Henderson on his back. He could wear this fight out into the 3rd, 4th, 5th round, then maybe score that knockout he wants.
Back to the center of the ring. They are brought by Yuji Shimada.
Henderson is so strong in this position. It's going to be hard to sweep him. It's going to be hard to catch him in any kind of submission. So right now what's happening is that Vanderlei, like we said earlier, he's carrying all of Henderson's weight. He's carrying all this weight, and this is something you don't want to have happen to you.
Henderson's got baby-making hips, you know. It's going to be hard to get him off.
What's he got, like 12 kids now, 13 kids?
Something like that, yeah. He just shoots them out. He's a bit like one of those tennis servers.
That was Josh Brennan down. It had nothing to do with it.
All right, well, Silva trying to squirm his way out. Henderson said if it goes to the ground and he's on the bottom, he will slip out. But once he gets on top of Vanderlei, he will keep it there.
Great defensive game so far by Vanderlei. You know, he's using a lot of head movement. He's keeping his hands coming up to deflect the shot. So Dan's not able to score a lot of big punches. But just the same, being on top, making Vanderlei work, pushing on his face like that, getting the short punches in there. You know, honestly, Trigg, he should probably start going to the body instead of trying to headhunt so much.
Yeah, really, because that's really what you got to do when you're in the guard. If you start headhunting, it's a lot easier to get out of the way. But if you start smacking a guy's body, he's got to play that game. Is my hand got to come up or come down on each one of these punches? Eventually, going to catch him flush.
Henderson. Hammer fists here and there, peppering away at the axe murderer. But
like you see here, how Vanderlei keeps his legs, his feet are closed in a closed guard. You can't move your hips in a closed guard. You've got to open up your body to be able to move. If you keep Henderson in a closed guard, he's just going to keep pounding you and punishing you.
Shoulder butts from Dan Henderson.
Open up a little cut on Vanderlei's right eye, right above in the corner there. We'll see if that becomes a factor later on in this fight. Dan just being consistent and aggressive. Another shoulder butt by Dan. He's just trying to batter his foe.
Wow, Dan Henderson in control. Trying to hang on. Got 2 more minutes to work on Silva.
If you notice, every time Dan sits up, a push down on Vanderlei's face a little bit to create that separation, but also keeps his head still.
Oh, yeah, trying to get some leverage. Once in a while, Henderson backs off and throws a punch.
There you go. If he's not hitting him with the fist, he's hitting him with the shoulder. He's trying to hit him with, use any part of his body that's allowed to cause some damage on Vanderlei, or at the very least, get in his head, frustrate him, wear him out. Armbar attempt by Vanderlei, but Dan's having none of it. Nice pass, but you know what? Didn't secure position. He's just a little too aggressive.
The 2-time Greco-Olympian is the best at that.
Here's the thing. You get space, you miss an armbar on Henderson, you got to get back to your feet immediately. You can't be content to go back to the guard. Vanderlei's just content to kind of ride this out. I don't know if he's trying to hold on to make Yuji start him back up again on their feet, or if he thinks at some point he's going to be able to wear Dan out. But this is not a position, if I'm fighting Dan Henderson, that I want to be in right now.
This slow game down there, this grind is not going to favor Silva. In fact, it would be better to just freak out, create space, give up your back, whatever, something, just to make it a flurry somewhere where he's got movement, because right now Dan is on him like wire on rice.
Total control. He's not letting Silva flip over, give him his back though.
No, he's not. He's staying strong inside those legs. It's just like he's going for the pin right now.
Now Dan's up, trying to get some leverage, trying to pile drive, and maybe he wants to pick him up.
You never know. I mean, that Dan might.
We can't pile drive here. Nevada rules, but now
Nice
Andy
punches.
getting busy.
Big shots from Dan, finally finding some success on top, rocking Vanderlei a little.
They might have to move him back to the middle here. They're getting dangerously close to the edge, and that's exactly what Yuji Shimada does.
You're right. You know, Josh, I have to go back to your earlier comment. Really, Vanderlei's got to freak out here and get back to his feet. Otherwise, this round, you know, we're getting down to the end of it anyway, but the round is foregone now because Dan was on him. About 30 seconds ago, he needed to sprint out of this position, get back to his feet, and at least have a chance of throwing some bombs.
And Vanderlei is not really known for his finesse, and right now, that's kind of the position here he's putting himself. And he's flat on his back, his hips aren't moving. He's got to make something happen. And maybe he just expects, hey, I'll give this round up, come out hard the next one. Good armbar
Watch
attempt.
the armbar, though. Henderson slips out of it. Oh, big overhand right into the gut. Right at the end of the round.
Now, if we got to go, now remember, these are different rules than we're used to in Japan, Josh.
Right.
It's a completely different factor. If you got to go off of right now, or the Nevada State Athletic Commission rules, who do you think right now, if the fight ended right now, who's winning the fight?
It's most definitely going to be Henderson at this point. I think he's really doing a great job of controlling, even if the first round was a draw. Bam! Nice shoulder strike. In fact, almost popped his mouthpiece out with that second one. Clearly putting his weight behind it and getting a lot of shock behind it. Bam, right in the temple there.
You know, the one thing that Dan's doing a lot better job of in this fight that I've seen in the past is staying action. If you take a look at the Rockstar Energy drink replay, Dan tends not to have as much action on top. This time he really is moving a lot. He's being very mobile, very action-oriented. That's a complete change in his game over his last 3 fights.
You tie him up, but he still finds a way to hit you.
An amazing first and second round. 3 more to go. Is Vanderlei Silva just frustrated beyond speaking right now?
Well, you know, he's sort of just forcing low kicks right now. I mean, they're landing, but it doesn't look like, hey, I'm going to set this up. It's just like, I'm ticked off at you, and I'm going to hit you with anything I can.
Knee strikes from Silva as he backs up to the ropes.
Now you know for sure that, you know, Vanderlei Silva comes from a great academy, the Shoot the Box Academy down in Brazil.
Wow.
You know, they told him, hey, look, you're losing this fight. You've got to steal these next 2 rounds just to get a tie going into the 5th round. So if you don't pick up the pace, keep it on your feet, you're going to be in trouble.
Boy, I tell you, I've watched a lot of fights. The story of the fighter himself is in the eyes, and the eyes of Vanderlei right now show a lot of worry.
They know with Matt Lillard, Ryan Parsons, and Henderson's corner, they told him the same thing. Look, relax, take your time, take a breather, because you know you win the first 2 rounds. Pick your spots, pick your pace. When the action is there, take advantage of it.
Wow, he lines up that right hand, scores. Didn't drop him, but you know that's going to count later on in this fight. Right into the double. Nice high double. Finishes strong, but Vanderlei with the hips and tries to roll back on top. Gets the hip heist. Now into a front headlock, a position where Dan should really be in control. And Vanderlei now behind.
And this is not where Henderson wants to be, but what a great reversal from Silva, the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu specialist. Into the neutral corner. A lot of time left in this 3rd round.
Oh, wow, great right hook by Vanderlei. We could hear it down here at the announcer's table. Sounded like a piece of flesh getting hit with a sledgehammer.
Wow, that was the most amazing left hook that I've ever seen. Great position, stepped out and popped him.
More low kicks from Vanderlei. Oh, nice counter.
He set him up for that one.
How do you like that one, Lon?
He set him up beautifully. What a spinning back fist. He took the short punch and then spun and captured that face.
Way to go, Dan Henderson, adding another tool to his arsenal.
He drew Silva in for that. He knew it all the way what was happening. Oh, right hand.
Left hook.
Dan Henderson owns 2 belts. He's got the middleweight. Oh my God! Can you believe it?
Left hand to finish that fight. Oh my God!
Dan Henderson does it.
Thanks.
finish worthy of Chuck Norris.
Lining him up with that left hand followed right behind the right. Dan's got another bomb in his arsenal.
Misses with the right, immediately comes back with that left hook, throwing combinations as every great fighter should. Puts